Hey everyone, big changes are happening inside NATO right now, and it's something that could shape the future of European defense for years to come. The United States is officially handing over some NATO military commands to European allies. So what does this actually mean? Is the US stepping back from NATO, or is this something else entirely? Let's break it down. NATO announced this week that the United States will transfer certain command responsibilities to European partners. Now, this doesn't mean America is leaving NATO or giving up leadership. In fact, the US is still firmly in charge of the alliance overall through the position known as the Supreme Allied Commander Europe, a role that has always been held by an American general. Right now, that position is filled by US Air Force General Alexis Grinkwich. So the US remains the top military authority in NATO's command structure. The big reason behind this move is something NATO has been talking about for years: European allies taking more responsibility for their own defense. The United States has repeatedly pushed European countries to carry more of the burden, especially when it comes to conventional war planning and military readiness. This would allow Washington to focus more heavily on other global priorities, particularly the Indo-Pacific region. In other words, the US is trying to balance its commitments between Europe and growing tensions in the Pacific. Interestingly, while some commands are being handed over to Europe, NATO also confirmed that the United States is taking on an even stronger role in maritime forces. That means the US is now overseeing all three major core areas of NATO defense: land, air, maritime. So while Europe is gaining more responsibility, the US is still deeply central to NATO's overall military strength.
The American ambassador to NATO, Matthew Whitaker, told reporters in a telephone briefing on Tuesday that the move would strengthen the alliance. Anything that allows our allies to step up and do more and take on more leadership in the alliance is a good news story and a common sense move, Mr. Whitaker said. Eventually, he said, we want Europe to take over the conventional defense of the European continent so that Washington can move forces to the Pacific as needed. The United States is not receding or going away, he said, but we do need to make sure that the critical capabilities are, enhanced, and by our European allies. Within NATO, three joint force commands, Naples, Italy, Brunssum, the Netherlands, and Norfolk, Virginia, are in charge of planning operations. Britain will now run the Norfolk-based command, and Italy will run Naples. Germany and Poland will now share control of Brunssum, the command that would be most responsible for any land war in Eastern Europe. A German commander already runs Brunssum. These changes will be carried out incrementally in the coming years, in line with the existing scheduled rotation of personnel, NATO said.